Recently, I had the pleasure to make a day trip to this Great Smokies National Park, and I hiked the Treetops Trail with a pleasant surprise coming up next. I left bright and early from my tiny home here in Newport, Tennessee at about 7 o'clock in the morning, arrived an hour later at the Sugarland Visitor Center. They don't even open till 9. My goal that particular day was to obviously do the Treetops Trail and then work my way all the way across the park on the Newfound Gap Road all the way to, and I'm not going to know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, the Okefenokee Visitor Center, which is on the far south of the park. And that's a 30-mile trip one way, and then work my way back, obviously 60 miles, and I understand that's about a 6-hour trip. That was going to be my venture. Come join me next. I'm at the Chimney Tops trailhead on an early morning on Saturday. It's a 1.7 mile one-way trail coming up next. This is going to be one of my new favorite hikes. It's not a long hike, but you've got 3 bridges following this stream or creek all the way up. I stand corrected. I believe there's 4 bridges as you travel up this 1,200 feet elevation. Well, maybe I need to learn how to read a sign. I took a left here, which is the Road Prong Trail to Appalachian Trail, and I was supposed to go on Chimney Tops Overlook and went the wrong way. But the problem is, as I already said, when I got there, you had to traverse the stream to get there, so I couldn't get there. All right, at this point of the trail, you have 2 options. Unfortunately, I took a left, which is Road Prong Trail, heading toward the Appalachian Trail. I did that for about a mile. That's where the magic starts and where most of my images are, and it follows the creek. However, I do need to warn you, it's very strenuous, it's more natural, a lot of stones, a lot of water, at least during the season, and it's very slippery, so be careful. This is the trail you want to take heading toward the Chimney Treetops. A mile, still pretty strenuous, and that's where most people take, okay? I'm about 3/4 of the way or closer, and I'm stopping here But can you see the trail? I can't believe they're having people cross this stream, or else I've gotten lost and I'm off the trail. Well, I'm heading back down. I'm not going to traverse the creek or the stream. There is a section where it's got a creek going through your path, which I took a fall and I'm okay. But you got to have the right hiking shoes and you got to be very careful. Hold the presses. Obviously, I'm shooting this video after the fact, but you have to put yourself in my shoes. That particular morning, I thought I was taking the right trail as I went to the left. And as I took that very challenging and difficult trail and narrow trail, however, following the river, I was wondering to myself, well, where are all the people going up and where are all the people going down? I did not see one other hiker, obviously, because I was on the wrong trail the whole time. But the blessing and the mystery was that I got a chance to see a portion of a trail that led me all the way along the river and got some wonderful video and pictures that most people don't see. However, as I got back to the Sugarland Visitor Center after my visit and heading back home, I went to the center and asked the person, this is the trail. I made a left instead of making a right. Well, she said, that's a man-made trail and it's not even on the map. There's the mystery. Next step, everything else is going to be on the right trail, heading up to treetops, coming up next. As I hiked the trail actually to Chimney Treetops, look at the difference in the width of this trail, more for the general public and families. I'm getting closer, and this is the main trail going to the trail, end of the trail. Finally, I made it to the top of the trail at Chimney Tops. So these are going to be the pictures you're going to see next. I do need to let you know the National Park has put a gate and a sign that warns anybody to go any further for personal hazard conditions. You'll see the peak on some of the photos, and there were people actually from a distance that you could see that had made it past that area and were hiking that peak. However, I decided to do the right thing and turn around accordingly. So I'm back at the car. I got here at 8:45 and it's after 1 o'clock. So what was supposed to be similar to Gilligan's Island, a 3-hour tour, well, this was a 4-hour tour. Obviously, I took a lot of pictures and video, and actually, as you know, I took the wrong trail, but very magical trail. All good. As I wrap up this video, I want to thank you for watching it. I would greatly appreciate any favorable comments, and if you want to hit the like button, hit the like button. You know, the bottom line is I'm safe and sound. Things did work out how I wanted them, but it was a blessing in disguise, obviously, according to being out there on the trail yesterday. That being said, I know you guys are looking for a video on my tiny home. I have done a number of things, mostly positive, obviously, regarding my deck and expanding my interior living area, which is only an 8x20, and expanding that to the outside, which is almost doubling that interior space, and making it more presentable and so I can entertain. That's the next video, I promise. God bless and have a great day.